Okay, so hey y'all. So today I wanted to talk about something that is really important to me. It's something that I was figuring out during like a tumultuous time in my life, and I was just trying to figure out like what my values were. And this isn't just in regards to like finding a significant other, but just for friends in general and stuff like that, and anybody that's like in at least my inner circle. These are 5 things that I look for, and if this is compromising, like if any of these are like being compromised, it's just a no. Sorry, but no. So, and luckily, like I did get the opportunity to first test these on my husband when we were first starting our relationship, and so that worked out great, and it turned out just fine. So number 1 is a relationship with God. That is by far the most important thing to me because it is the most important thing that I care about. So I want that to be something that somebody else cares about. And that's not to say also that I'm not going to have friends that are not sinners by no means, or people that I guess I should say are unbelievers. We're all sinners, but I guess unbelievers. And I mean, you know, Jesus was friends with the tax collectors and the sinners, you know, and they were the outskirts of the people. And so I'm not one to like judge based on like that. But, you know, if I go to seek godly counsel, if you will, like a strong relationship with God is going to be like a huge number 1 on that list of like, am I going to go to you or not? Number 2 is respect. I have had a lot of experience with disrespect, and respect is absolutely number 2 on that list because I've often had to work for respect, and I don't necessarily mind that because I know people think people my age are just terrible and they're useless or whatever, lazy, incompetent. There's a whole list of words that I've heard over the years. And so I've had to work very hard to earn a lot of people's respect, which I don't necessarily mind. But that is crucial to me, like that I am respected. Number 3 is communication. Talking is super important. It's actually one of the most difficult things I had to do or had to learn to do with my husband because I was very nervous to like talk about things because I've always my experience with doing that is like upsetting the other person. It's super confrontational and it can be a little nerve-wracking. And granted, I don't have a problem with being super confrontational. However, I do have a sort of problem with saying a little things that might rock the boat or upset the balance, and so that does make me nervous. However, I have learned to get past that, and if it rocks the boat, it rocks the boat. You know, communication's super important, especially if God's laid something on your heart and you need to get something out there. Like, that's super important. Number 4 is collaboration, and I think it's super important to work together. And I also think that, you know, any relationship that you have, whether it's with a significant other, with a friend, acquaintance, whatever, I think the what is it, the pull and tug, if you will, like that, I guess that y'all like feed off each other, if you know what I mean. Like y'all work well together and y'all are like a team. So that's super important to me. I have been in situations where that was not important to others, and I was like, yikes, that's very important to me. Let's do that. So yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. And last but certainly not least is love. That is crucial to me. That is like the second greatest commandment, is to love thy neighbor as thyself, and to love the Lord your God, of course. But love is super important to me. This world is full of so much hatred and full of so much negativity. And to me, there's never an opportunity to not show love. You know what I mean? And that's difficult for me at times, but I do try to work very hard on that. And these are just 5 things that were super important to me. And of course, there's other things that I could add to the list and make it super long, and it could go on forever. But this is just what I came up with, and it's something that I really personally value. I highly encourage you to find 5 things to delve into yourself. Did I say 5 things? To find things. Perhaps I didn't, but to find things that are important to you, because it's important to know your values. It's important to know your worth, first of all. Know that you are a child of the King, and that, you know, you are who he says you are. My words today are awful, so we're trying really hard to make sense here. But yeah, so just remember that finding value in yourself, and remembering, like for me, this was grounded in God. So knowing that it was grounded in God was super important to me. So yeah, I hope that encourages someone today. This is a super short video, but I did want to talk about this because it was super important to me. And it was also something that came up in my therapy session. And I was like, oh, hey, got a list. I already have done that. Check. Ding. So, so that's just super important. And it also helps with boundaries too, because if somebody in your inner circle or that you know is, you know, messing with one of your core 5, 6, 7, 3, whatever, if they're messing with that, it's important to realize that, hey, I need to set up a boundary there because I can see that somebody is perhaps not respecting me. So it's important to know your worth and to know your value. For me, I find my value in God, and that's where these core 5 came from. And I just pray that that helps somebody. Love y'all. See you later. Bye.